Sagittarius, hello. This is for Sagittarius sun and rising sign. I know some Sagittariuses and I love them very, very much. So I'm very excited to do this reading. If you are a Sagittarius sun, I also suggest that you listen to your rising sign. This Sagittarius reading is going to be more for you, like an archetypal Sagittarius reading, like for the entire tribe of Sagittarius. And if you are a Sagittarius rising, then this is actually going to be more specific to your life and the areas of your life where these energies are going to show up. So be sure to watch both your sun and your rising sign. And let's just get started. Sagittarius, I have 7 different transits I would like to talk about with you. But first, I'd like to start with the Virgo full moon that we just had last weekend. That was on February 27th. And I'm calling that moon in Virgo the pearl of great price. And so, Sag, for you, that showed up in your house of your legacy, the legacy that you're leaving. And so, over the weekend, you probably had I would say you probably had an incredible weekend actually. If you had this Here's the thing, you had an incredible weekend if you're aligned with the legacy you want to leave on this planet. If you've been following the signs and making decisions and being bold and overcoming your fears of being seen and recognizing that you have a valuable, unique presence to deliver to the world in whatever way that means, then I would suggest that last weekend you were you were aligned with that. You were in it. You were completely aware and present to that legacy that you leave on the planet. If you have not been aligned with that, I would say that perhaps last weekend you kind of felt the pain of not being able to deliver your gifts to the world. You may have just felt like, gosh, what am I doing here? And I want you to know that if there was some squeeze for you this past weekend, it is this pain was asking you to bring more energy into your life to make these decisions toward what it is you'd like to see more of, to what it is you would like to claim more of in your life. This is going to be important for you, Sag, because Mars is about to move into Gemini. And when it moves into Gemini, it's about to move into your way of being in relationship outside of you, your way of cultivating relationship. So while Mars was moving through Taurus, it was breaking up the soil of your internal landscape. It was actually for the last month and a half. Imagine that the way that you have thought of yourself, your relationship with your own sovereignty and independence was essentially like a thick mud after 2020 was complete. And when Mars moves through that area of your life over, January and February, I would say you probably had a lot of experiences that really broke you open, that tilled the soil, that in many ways just like pulled out all of the old ego constructs, all of the old rituals. You may have started a new health routine. You may have really like started doubling down on taking care of your body, and you could have had some sort of health breakdown even, that broke you open to the fact that, hey, without your temple, you are not serving the world. If your body breaks down and you don't have a temple for your soul to inhabit and maneuver around this planet, you're not you're not feeling fulfilled. You're not living up to this beautiful vision that you had for the experience on this planet. And so that would have definitely come to pass for you in the last couple of months. And now that you see that, you're in the process of doing the work to forge toward um, or within the relationships. Now you're becoming a new version of yourself, and you're planting seeds for what types of relationships you would like to experience now. So when Mars moves into Gemini on the 3rd, be aware that every single hell yes that you have is planting a seed in your garden of of the future of your life, of this whole world. You're planting a seed in the garden of humanity, and every no that you have is like pulling a weed out of that garden. So look at the garden of your garden of relationships, and start recognizing that your preferences, your somatic hell yes and hell no, are going to be the things that will guide you to enjoy the types of relationships you want to enjoy. Um, I was just thinking of a couple Sages that I've had conversations with. Um, one of you even asked me a question last night, and I'm not going to give any names, but it was like, so, should I date, or what do you think? And I was like, well, if the person if the person feels like a hell yes, then yes. If it doesn't feel like a hell yes, then absolutely not, because you'll just be planting seeds for relationships that won't be fulfilling or won't be congruent for you in the future. All Just be aware that all the things you're saying yes to right now, you're going to have to contend with the harvest of that down the line. So just be conscious, and be mindful of what you're saying yes to right now. Then let's talk about Pisces season for you. Sag, you have Pisces in your fourth house, and this is about the home. This is about your home. Pisces or Sagittarius, your home happens to be the entire universe, which is beautiful. It may feel like, gosh, what does actually home feel like for you? What is home? Is it a sense of belonging that you carry with you no matter where you are? Is it a sense of full acceptance of all the parts of you, no matter how you are, no matter how you respond? Is it a sense of is the entire is all of the things you observe outside of you, is that your home? There's a lot of questions around home, and I would say that whatever that pearl of great price that you uncovered for your legacy, whatever that pearl was, I want you to consider that that pearl in some ways is a reflection of what it means for you to be home. And I'd like you to imagine planting a seed. If you were going to plant a seed that was going to grow a state of home for you, what would that seed look like? And you're going to be doing that around the 13th of March. And right after you plant that seed, you're going to have Mercury moving through there, revealing all the ways you can nourish the seed. There will be conversations that you have, epiphanies, inspiration. You might be inspired to do something that just gives you a sense of, oh gosh, this just feels amazing. This feels like home to me. Like cooking or a song or just something that just feels like home. Trust that those are all acceptable ways to feel home, and know that all things are acceptable at this time, and really give yourself a lot of compassion while you're moving through this energy this month. Um, the result of doing that for yourself will actually come for you when the Sun and Venus move into Aries on the 20th and 21st. When that happens, you're going to have a full rebirth when it comes to your pleasure and joy and fun and creativity. So, this could be a time where during this Pisces season before the 20th, you plant a seed for just completely nourishing this body, this home, this frequency, what it is to be you. Just nourish that and trust that all of the energy that you're putting into nourishing yourself is going to give you this beautiful rebirth of what it means to have fun and pleasure and be a human on this planet that gets to create and enjoy and relish every single piece of it. And so the energy will be really, really beautiful for you around the 20th. If you've done that thing, if you've been like a bully to yourself and a big strong like I don't know, you've kind of muscled through and you haven't nourished yourself, and you may not actually find yourself in a lot of joy by the time Aries season comes around, because really how can you play when you haven't taken care of your body? Like no one feels like playing when they're really sick. And so be conscious that these all stack. They're meant to stack onto each other to give ourselves the gifts of grace and ease. So when all of that playfulness occurs in your life, then we get the full moon in Libra that happens in your 11th house. That Libra energy is going to be directly opposite the beautiful Aries energy, and it's going to be a reflection of how your joy and fun impacts all of the people that you associate with. This could be clients, your family, your community, any kind of people that are out in the world that you impact. They're going to be impacted by your feeling in your joy, in your bliss, in your pleasure, in your creativity. So just trust that these cycles are set up to help you come into that graceful alignment where just by being present with these things, we are absolutely expressing exactly what needs to be expressed so that we create fulfillment, not only for ourselves, not only for the people in our world, but for life at large. That's all for the astrology, but I do want to pull an archetypes card for you so that you can have this in your back pocket while you are traversing this month. Ooh, Sagittarius, you get the animal. Ooh, Sag, good job. This is a really good card for you. This is number 19. That's my favorite number. Sag, I got to tell you, I pulled the animal card for Scorpio as well. I'm a little bit interested. You're getting this is interesting to me. And good on you. Apparently, we need to be more animalistic in this human experience because this is the second time this card's come out for the month of March. So the animal, the beast, the wild one, the she-wolf. We are mammals. The hair on our chest and between our legs reminds us so. We try hard to deny our unrefined animalistic nature. Yet through this archetype, we tap into power and direction. Activating the animal within means reawakening our relationship to nature in the most broad and embodied sense. Drinking from waterfalls, roaring at the moon, opening eyes underwater, eating berries from the vine. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs, and remember the warm blood that pulses through our veins. The animal longs for breath, food, procreation, and physicality. It wants soil under our nails and starlight in our skin. If this all sounds terribly unsophisticated to you, take note that it is said that when the Buddha became enlightened, he roared like a lion. I just read this. This is amazing. I must need to hear this too, because I'm like, all right. Notice your resistance to the animal within. Where does it come from? What has it kept you from doing, wild one? The animal demands we get comfortable in our own skin. The minute you accept, express, and celebrate the physical body, you tap into animal energy. All right, Sagittarius, I love you very much. I hope you have an incredible month. Please like this video. Please comment if you feel compelled to do that. Subscribe to this channel so that I can spread this message to even more people. And I'm going to be creating videos from this day onward. So I don't want you to miss anything. Please subscribe, and I will see you next time.